Hey guys, Alex here from Trademate Sports, and today I'm going to take you through why I think value betting is a more profitable way to go about your sports betting opposed to arbitrage betting. For those who don't know what arbitrage betting is, or also known as arbing, it is when you bet two sides of a sports match for a guaranteed profit. Whereas value betting is to take the value side of that equation and not hedge off any risk and not have any chance of a guaranteed profit. So in this video, I'm going to take you through exactly how value betting is a better strategy than arbitrage betting in the long term. But before I get started, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you get a notification anytime we post a video like this.
It is a scam when you don't allow everyone to operate on fair terms.
We are the Robin Hoods of sports betting. We take something back from the rich bookies and enable our customers to beat them instead.
So the biggest issue with arbitrage betting is that it involves taking a negative EV bet on the other side just so you can hedge out of what was already a really good position on the other side. So to show you exactly what I mean, let's look at an example here in a tennis match between Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal. So let's just say, for argument's sake, both players have exactly a 50% chance of winning. Bookmaker 1 offers you 1.9 odds for both players on each side. Bookmaker B offers 2.2 for Djokovic and 1.7 for Nadal. So if you're going to do your arbitrage calculation here, let's just say you have $100. You're going to put $46.34 on Djokovic at 2.2, which is your actual positive EV bet. And then you're going to play a negative edge to reduce your risk on the other side. Nadal at 1.9, you're going to put $53.66 on that one. So no matter what happens in this game, no matter who wins, you are guaranteed a profit of $1.95. So let's look at that exact same example again. You have a 50% chance here of winning $120 and a 50% chance of losing $100. So your expected value on this tennis match, on this bet, by just taking Djokovic, is a 10% long-term profit. In other words, you're getting $10 worth of expected value. So comparing the two quickly there, you've got $1.95 of guaranteed profit if you go with the arbitrage strategy. And then if you go with the value betting side of the equation, you're just doing value betting, then you're looking at $10 worth of expected value. So not guaranteed profit, but as you can see, there is quite a big difference between those two numbers of 1.95 of guaranteed profit and $10 of expected value. So using that example of the tennis match between Novak and Rafael, I'm going to take you through my 5 reasons why I would be choosing value betting over arbitrage betting. Reason number 1 is that arbitrage betting requires large bets, or large turnover at least. So as you saw with that example, $100 gets you back $1.95. So that's obviously not a very sustainable strategy. Sure it is, if you're just doing this for fun, hobby on the weekend, but even there, $1.95 is not the biggest profit ever. It's going to take you a long time to make anything significant. So you really need to look at scaling it up and getting lots of money down on these bets. So it is going to require a lot more capital, and once you start investing a lot more capital, then other issues come in, which I'll go into more later, but that's surrounding account restriction. Whereas in value betting, it doesn't take as much capital. As you can see, if we're looking at an expected value strategy, then you're comparing $10 to 1.95. I know that $10 is not guaranteed profit, but in the long term, we would think that over a large sample of bets that you're going to get very close to that $10 number after you get thousands and thousands of bets in. So in this example I've given here, you require basically, to turn over 5x the amount just to get near that expected value amount of $10. And following on from that, my second reason why I prefer value betting is just the profit margins. So if you're looking to scale up either operation, whether that's arbitrage or value betting, it's going to be so much harder to scale up and make an actual decent profit on things unless you're doing value betting on one side. Yes, there's a lot more risk involved, but long term, you should be able to make a lot more money with value betting than arbitrage betting. So that's another reason why I would be more interested in value betting, just because most likely in the long term, you're going to make a lot more money with that than you are with arbitrage betting. That is, of course, if you do have an edge. My third reason, and I talked about this a little bit before, why I would choose value betting over arbitrage betting, is bookmaker restrictions. And yes, both strategies will eventually get you restricted, but arbing is most likely going to get you restricted a lot earlier. And that's because when you are placing arb bets, it means that you're getting a significant amount of value on one side. And those are really going to flag up to the bookmaker once you place maybe even one or multiple, versions of these bets where you're taking huge value. Because in general, to create an arb, you need to have massive value on one side. So when you're taking those examples of massive value, then it's eventually going to alert to the bookmaker and your accounts are going to get restricted a lot quicker. Whereas if you're value betting, you're probably not taking, huge value bets like you would if you were placing arbs, but you're taking edges, smaller edges over time, and it's going to be harder for bookmakers to spot you placing smaller edge, plus EV bets over time. Fourth reason why I choose value betting is bookmakers can actually void bets, especially in cases where there are arbs, because there are going to be times where the price is so far out from the market that the bookmaker can just void the bet and put it under palpable error and say that it was a mistake, technological issue. They could maybe say the trader accidentally, instead of reducing the odds, he accidentally pressed the other button, which shoots the odds up even further. Things like this, it's a great opportunity for bookmakers to void bets. And if they do that, obviously that's bad because your positive side of the equation has been taken out and now you're risking it on a negative EV bet. And the biggest issue with this is that if they do void one of your bets, most likely the profitable side is, or the plus EV side, is that it's going to leave you with one side of the arb. And you are only on the side of the arb that is most likely negative EV. So you've got a really bad bet basically. So yeah, a really risky thing to be doing arbing, just because if the odds are that far out from the market, they can definitely just put it under palpable error and your bet gets voided. And my last reason why I think value betting is better than arbing is just simply time consuming. I mean, if you're placing two bets on, one event, that's going to take a lot longer than it does just to place one bet, especially when you're using calculators, arbitrage calculators. By the time you do all the working out of exactly what stake you need to put down, it's going to end up taking a lot more of your time than if you're just doing straight value betting. So there's a lot of things there I've gone through. 5 reasons why I think value betting is better than arbitrage betting. Obviously, some people, if you are just getting started in betting and you have a very small bankroll, maybe arbitrage betting is a good way for you to get started and build your bankroll. But as a long-term strategy, arbitrage betting is simply not going to be a better strategy than value betting if you have an edge. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you are interested in giving value betting a go, make sure you start a free week trial of the Trademate software and start your value betting journey. First time on the channel, please make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Cheers, guys.